Welcome back, Misscliks. How are you?
Demigods!
Demigods! Demigods!
Running away, that's how we are.
Brownie
So
bait.
as not to hurt the little people.
Goodbye, little people.
Ha. So,
Or at least that's what we think.
Maybe they're huge, maybe it's illusions of tininess.
So we get
Maybe
away
they
successfully, right?
Maybe they use the reverse of the enlarge spell to make themselves tiny.
you guys have escaped. What would you like to do?
Continue toward Jeremiah's house. Also, for the whole journey, I'm using like the top of my etiquette proficiency to talk to Steel. Like try to make friends with him. And I like talk about the battle and analyze it with him. All that kind of stuff.
Nice. Is there any actual conversation you want to have, or is this just...
We don't have to.
Okay, cool. So,
are you just eating peanut butter? Like, straight with a spoon?
Maybe.
Is this really happening? Wow!
I'm really hungry, and I had to use the break to take my dogs out, so...
Neil, Jen, would you do that? Is
straight
it me
peanut
that's
butter?
weird? Or is it Anna that's weird?
I'd do it.
I would put it on an apple or a cracker or a little bit of bread, or worst case scenario, maybe a little bit of tortilla. I probably wouldn't do it straight. But that's just me.
Maybe that's a recipe for skinniness.
Yeah, it could be. Or it could be getting up and running around and doing things outside that's physically active. You know. Anyway, so you guys continue on your way through the forest. You make a few more miles of progress before it starts to get dark, and you guys settle down to make your camp for the evening.
Hooray, camp!
As you're sitting down, Jeremiah, hops off his pony and starts helping you guys set up camp. But he's not really helping because he's this anciently old gnome. And he says, "Well, I'm glad to see that you guys have met brownies before. Little scoundrels, aren't they?"
Can you tell us more about them? We are not too familiar with them.
Distant cousins, or third cousins, or fifth cousins, or fourth cousins 7 times removed, or just distant cousins to gnomes and goblins and halflings.
Are they particularly violent usually? They seem very mischievous.
Very mischievous, very burdensome and troublesome, rarely violent. They can give you quite a headache, though, and can really, really slow you down or get in your way. It's best to avoid or appease them. Fighting them often proves difficult since they're so small and so fast, and there's so many of them, and they have so many tricks up their sleeves. But, who's ever heard of a brownie actually killing someone? I guess it could happen, but it's unlikely.
Well, we wouldn't want to anger the gods by killing any more than necessary, so I'm glad that we didn't seriously injure any of them.
Are they evil?
Oh god, no. There's not an evil bone in their body.
Then why would they attack us?
He shrugs. They're troublemakers. Sometimes they like to cause problems just for fun.
Alright.
It also sounded like they wanted some of your gems.
Well, I'm glad we didn't kill them then.
Yes,
Me too.
He looks at you, Adea, and goes, "That was a nice trick you pulled with the gems."
Thank you very much.
Oh, very clever.
I'm
truly
still learning. My gems were truly outrageous. Truly outrageous. I am still learning, and I would love to have any advice or instruction from a spellcaster such as yourself.
Well, I will do what I can if you can get me safely to where I need to go. My home is still a ways out from here. And these woods are not entirely safe. Brownies lurk here, but also more serious things, more darker things. We best be careful.
We shall vanquish those as well with the power of Reluna. All hail Reluna. And the gods.
All hail.
All hail.
Okay. Anything in particular you guys want to do for camp that night?
I want to sit down and chat with Steele too and ask him. So I'm like, so tell me about yourself, Steele. From where do you come originally?
Am I unblinded, Neil?
Nope.
What? I'm still blinded?
It's been like
How long?
4 hours, and you're still blind.
How long is she blind for? We don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know yet.
I wonder if it's permanent. Well, I mean, I can use my darkness spell maybe to diffuse it, as far as I understand. I mean, I guess I'll sleep and get darkness.
So you're talking with Steele, and what were you asking him about?
Where he comes from.
I come from north of the Highvale mountain range. There's a small town up in that area where my family comes from. It's called Gold Blind.
Why did you leave Goldblind?
Well, my father was a miner, and his father before him, and his father before him. My brothers are miners. My mother helps out with the mines. And I just didn't want to live in darkness my entire life. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to travel about. So I left Goldbind and went to Altheris, worked as a mercenary there for a little while, till I met up with a nobleman. He hired me as one of his personal escorts, as a personal bodyguard. And some years later, he increased in rank through marriage, did well for himself, and made his way down to Palanthas, where I was knighted. Then he let me go from his service after a dispute between the two of us, and I left to go seek honor and glory elsewhere.
Well, traveling the world is certainly a beautiful privilege. We've had the good fortune and the blessing of the gods to do quite a bit of traveling ourselves these days, and it's nice that you joined us on those travels. What was your dispute, if you don't mind me asking?
Let's just say there was some what do we call it, indiscretions that had transpired, and I was uncomfortable continuing to keep secrets of that level. So rather than put either of us in an awkward spot, we went our own ways. It would not be right for me to say anything more than that.
A man of honor. I respect that. What do you hope to gain along our journey? More honor and glory?
Well, I came out to see Ironsides to join up with him, hoping that some semblance of order could be put to this part of the land. Turns out he may not have been the right man to lead everyone, but I am certainly seeking a name for myself. I'm seeking to right some of the wrongs in the world, or maybe to unify a small section of the world together. I think I can do a lot of good.
So you search for order?
Yes. I would say I search for order and for the right thing.
Well, we're glad to have you.
Thank you.
Then I go my separate ways.
Are we still like around the camp and stuff while you guys are doing this discussion?
You guys are still talking about the camp.
Well, she's talking to him. I'm sorry, I got distracted by Jeff as well.
He almost just broke my arm. That's what happened on accident. I reached back for him like this, and then he walked into my arm like this, and just like almost literally ripped it out of my shoulder.
That'd be bad.
So I'm practicing my shield throw on trees.
Okay, so you're just tossing your shield and trying to get it into trees. All right.
Like Captain America.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Is there anything else that you guys want to do before bedtime?
I suggest people take watch, but I can't because I'm blind.
Ah, well, come over here then, says Jeremiah. Come here, come here.
I come over there.
He looks at you. Your eyes, when open, are literally just like shooting out light as if it's bright as day inside of your eyeballs. So even when your eyes are closed, they're just like glowing red, and the area is still fairly well lit.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at your eyes and kind of pokes around the eyelids and pokes your eyes and goes, "Well, that little fuddy-duddy got you with quite the spell."
What did he do to me? I can't see anything.
Well, how good is your magic these days, young woman?
Well, I can cast the light spell. I'm assuming it's what's going on, but it seemed to be going on for quite a while. I can't see that for so long.
Yes. You seem to be hit with a stronger version of the light spell. Now, if I get back to my house, I should be able to undo this nonsense, but it'll be quite a ways still. We have a few days ahead of us.
Do you know if I cast darkness on myself, if it will cure it?
You need a stronger form of darkness than just the first spell that they teach you at the academy. You need a continual darkness.
What if we do, is it Mystic Transfer? The one where I use another person, another spellcaster to like empower something? Cooperative spells? Or sanctify?
Spell, but another priest uses its effect.
Oh, it needs to be a priest, and he's not a priest, right?
Right, he's a wizard.
So that won't work?
Right, and he doesn't have any of his spells with him, even if it did work.
And sanctify won't work either. Because I need priests as well, do I?
Yeah, so Mystic Transfer basically allows other priests to transfer spells between each other. So it doesn't actually enhance any spells, but it allows, if he were a higher level priest, he might be able to pass you a priest spell that you could then use later.
And sanctify is not going to work either. No. Yeah, it's not even related. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything. Well, shit. Looks like I'm going to be blinded for a while.
Well, maybe if you could find some way of appeasing them, they'd undo it on you. Or you could walk blinded for the rest of the journey.
How would you go about appeasing these creatures?
Well, do you have the gems they were asking for?
We have some gems, I guess. I'm not sure. I can't see right now.
Well, that's what I know. I'm more than happy to remove the effects if you can get me back home safely.
I guess we can do that. What do you guys think?
Of course we'll get him home safely.
I thought that's what we're supposed to do right now.
Yeah.
So Emma, just until then, just memorize spells that you don't have to be able to see to cast.
All right.
Also, can she heal me while not seeing?
Yeah.
Yeah, if she wants.
Okay. Then you should heal me, sir.
Yeah, before going to bed, I'll do it.
Because I'm 1/3 injured.
Yeah, I would have healed her before going to bed.
You haven't gone to bed yet, so use your spells.
I'm doing it.
Neal, how long does my wound damage last? Or did I? No, that wasn't just a wound. I lost 1 damage.
You took 1 damage, right?
And my temporary HP.
Oh, the temporary stuff disappears.
Okay, so I'm just 1 wounded. Right?
Yeah, you're just wounded by 1.
So, I guess I'll do moderate wounds on Arcas.
For 3.
I do it twice. And 7.
So 10 total for Arcas.
Are you maxed? You need more?
Yes, I need 2 more.
Here you go.
There you go.
Does anyone else need any healing?
I could use a little bit if you have it.
How much?
1.
Okay, I use 1 Orison. Hashtag learning.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Now I'm gonna look up my spells and change my IDs. But yeah, I want to go to bed when I can.
I'll take the first shift and the last shift. Adea, just wake me up in the middle.
I have to sleep for 8 hours. So maybe
I'll take the whole shift.
Well, I can take the first 4 and then you can take the rest.
Okay.
That's how we do it, Neil.
Okay.
Who's Paolo?
Who's Paolo? What are you talking about?
Polo.
What are you
Added
talking?
by Neil and deleted by Neil 30 seconds ago.
Oh, an NPC that was for a different campaign, but somehow ended up in my Misscliks folder.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys have access to those characters? Oh yeah, because I. All right.
It just does
Yeah.
boop on my
Yeah, it's-
notification.
Yeah,
If I
it's in
have a new file.
Dropbox. Yeah, that's why I'm moving him out because he doesn't belong with there.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, that night, the night passes uneventfully.
Hooray.
Although you wake up in the morning. Who had last watch?
Me.
Arcas, you were staying up the
Arcas.
whole night, right? Arcas, give me a willpower check.
Oh, in case I fall asleep?
Yep.
Damn.
He didn't take the whole night. I took the first 4 hours.
Okay, give me a willpower check at +2. Nope. Okay. Arcas, you wake up kind of in the light of dawn because you hear this weird sound coming towards you. And there is a man. He's kind of on the shorter side. He's very thin and wiry. And he's kind of like, his eyes are constantly looking around for a little bit. And then he just like collapses near the creek a few meters away from you.
And I noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I push the girls and I'm like, Shizzle! I fall asleep.
What? I can't see anything.
Somebody just collapsed over there and I start running towards it.
I follow.
Over where?
We
Are
leave
you
Emma
still
behind.
blind? Neil.
She's still blind, yes. In fact, you were able to see most of the night by the light that came from her closed eyes. Like, you know how if you have a flashlight behind your hand or in your cheek, it glows red? Yeah, so her eyes are just bright red the entire night.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Poor Emma.
In my head, I think that sister should always be like that because it makes her look badass. But anyway. So I run to whoever collapsed.
Okay.
Where?
We just leave her.
I try to follow the sound of them leaving.
Okay. You get up and start stumbling around, but quickly...
I'm using my sight as like a cane to like poke in front of me so I don't fall or bump into anything.
Steel, Arcas, and Adea quickly arrive. Jeremiah is kind of getting up and rubbing his gnomish eyes and stretching a little bit, and then curls up back in a little ball and starts to...
Is he
drift
cute?
off. In like the old grandpa man sort of way.
Cute little gnome grandpa way, like
Yeah,
a
like-
garden
That
gnome.
works.
Oh, it's Grandpa Gnome. Oh.
Works. It totally works.
Actually, one of my friend's dads looks like a garden gnome, and so I'm trying to imagine him as like a 90-year-old person. It's basically that.
Perfect.
I'll get a picture of him for you guys for next time.
Good.
I should just play with my eyes closed for now.
Okay.
So this guy shows up, or he's kind of like collapsed, and as you guys approach, he raises his head and looks up towards you and reaches out, and you can hear a faint whisper, Water.
I go get him some water from the stream.
Yeah, it's weird because the stream's actually right next to him. How you bring him some water cupped in your hands, and he drinks from it, and eventually manages to roll himself over onto his back, and you notice his heart is beating pretty quickly, and his eyes are darting around from like one person to another, and then out to the trees, and out to the bushes, out to the creek, and back to you guys, and he seems like they seem to constantly be moving.
Good sir, what has happened to you?
I was ambushed.
By what?
Other men
whom?
in the woods.
The brownies?
No. Full-sized men. Mercenaries, they looked like.
What did they want from you?
They didn't say. I managed to get away. My other friends fell to them.
What's
They
going
just-
on, guys?
Is she next to us yet?
She's, on her way there. She'll be there in just a few seconds.
They just attacked you violently for no reason?
Yeah, they ambushed us. They came from the trees with bows and arrows. A few stepped out with spears. I took a wound to the leg. My other friends were fighting them. I managed to crawl away.
I look at his leg.
There is a wound on his leg. Well, you can't really see actually because his clothes are so ratty and what do you call it? Baggy. But there's a big scrape through one of his pant legs, and there's a big blood stain. You can't see the wound itself, but there's clearly sign of damage being done.
What do you mean by we?
I was with a few friends.
Where
I don't know
are
if they
they?
made it or not.
Which direction was it at? How many people?
The way I came, there were two of us. I couldn't tell how many of them.
How long ago?
20 minutes, 30 minutes.
We must save your friends.
Let's go!
Emma!
What?
Emma!
What's going on? I can't.
Come toward the sound of my voice, Emma!
I'm coming. You
Right
guys
here.
don't leave me
Emma,
alone.
right
Jeremiah kind of rolls over and goes, "What? You're not gonna just leave me here, are you?"
Steal! Steal! Steal!
Steel's still there with them, isn't he? Oh,
no,
he
Steel's
ran
with you
me.
guys.
Okay,
We're
so
not
either we
leaving.
leave.
I'm calling Emma to heal the guy. I'm not leaving.
Oh, okay.
Emma,
What?
Over here, Emma! Over here! Emma! Emma!
Where?
Emma! Can you heal this guy, please? And I take her hand.
Ooh, what are you talking about? You guys are leaving me behind.
I take her hand and I point it toward the guy and I say, "This guy's leg is all bloody and mangled. Heal him."
Who's that guy?
It's some guy. He didn't say who he was. A fellow traveler.
Is he nice?
He seems to be. But he's in trouble. All hail the gods. We must do what is good for humanity.
Okay. I'm gonna use one orison on him. Does this make you feel better?
you cast an orison on him.
Yeah.
He kind of. Yeah, that feels better.
I cast another.
Okay. He indicates that he, while he is feeling better, that he's still pretty badly hurt.
I
Yeah,
cast
that's
2 more.
Okay. He kind of gives out a long. What was that?
I'm a healer. And then I smile. Not seeing anything with my yellow, bright, glowing eyes.
Okay.
Are you still hurt or are you okay? I can't see.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Why can't you see? Why are your eyes glowing?
We were attacked by brownies and they blinded me. I need to find a way to see again.
Is it just the 4 of you here? 5 of you with the gnome?
Well, if everyone's still there, yes, but I can't see, so I'm not sure. So I would say yes.
Sorry, guys.
It's alright.
He looks around and then tries to get to his feet and manages to get to his feet, and he bends his knee. He does a squat and goes, "Yeah, I feel pretty good. Thanks for that."
No problem. I hope you do good in life.
And
And praise Reluna.
All hail.
Oh, hail.
then he goes,
Uh-oh.
and lets out these weird squeaking noises
What?
and draws his short sword and a dagger from his waistband.